Good evening, listeners. I'm your host, Khalil Bradley, host of the Khalil the Habitable Sports Report, that is. Coming to you live in Leesburg, Virginia. Today I'll be talking about Raptors. They walked out as the 2019 NBA champs, which is their first title, that is. And I'm going to talk about exactly what happens, who may be going where and come free agency. And their parade's going to be this coming Monday, that is. I'll be talking about the Bellator 222 results. Maisi Ujiri being investigated despite the fact that he struck a cop, even though he didn't he was denied access. I'll tell you about that. The suspect in the David Ortiz shooting, confesses that that David Ortiz wasn't necessarily the intended target. I'll be into that for sure. Also be talking about exactly, the Egyptian duo walking out as PSA, Professional Squash Association champs. I'll begin to that for sure. So that's all I got for today. So that's all I have for now, though. So I'm gonna get to it. As many of you guys know, just the other night, Raptors, they walked out with their first NBA title reign. I'm in a good mood about that. Because you don't see those pesky little Warriors anymore. Because, look, I said this before. The Warriors, they're a terrible faction. A terrible team. They look so terrible. And, I mean, come on. Durant came out. He had surgery on his torn Achilles, ruptured Achilles injury. Durant had Klay Thompson had a knee injury. And so I think it's safe to say that the Warriors, they were trash. Raptors, they took out the trash anyway. So I'm in a good mood right now that Raptors, they walked out with their first title. So it's a good news for them. But I can tell you this. Raptors could go for another in next year's NBA Finals. They may do so once again. And I can see Kawhi Leonard staying with the Raptors. That's what I'd like to see right there. And I'd be more curious to see if Durant leaves the Warriors. Even Klay Thompson, he may do anything by leaving the Warriors as well. You may never know how this free agency is going to turn out. So congrats to the Raptors walking out their first NBA title. Well-deserved victory. And, I'm proud that the Raptors did good on their breath. I'm in a good mood today. I know for sure the Raptors, they did not disappoint. They had good defense. They had good offense. Warriors were just terrible. Terrible. I told you guys that the Warriors can't win a title without Durant. I told you guys that the Warriors were going to be beaten down, which they were on Thursday. So this is the Warriors' second finals loss in their fifth appearance. And this is going to be their last NBA Finals appearance. This is the last time you're ever going to see the Warriors. So the Warriors dynasty is dead. So you can say whatever you want. But this is going to be talked about. The Raptors win their first NBA title. It's going to be talked about for years, ages, centuries, months, generations, decades to come. That's going to be right there the best moment of the year nominee. Now, you can paint that any other picture, but I will tell you this right now. Raptors, they're coming back. They're a more dangerous team than the Warriors ever were. Warriors, they're done. They're doomed. They got beat down so badly, picked apart. And I can tell you this, though, that Drake, that is, he launched two new songs. He dropped two new songs yesterday. So that's pretty surprise to everybody else. Saying that the Drake curse is dead. But, the Raptors, who are now the NBA champs, even Drake, that is, they're partying at the XS Nightclub at the Wynn Hotel in Vegas. So, Raptors are we the champs. First time this ever happened. So congrats to the Raptors walking out with their first NBA title reign. They may do so once again. So it's absolute honor that is. So congrats, Raptors. Well-deserved victory. Congrats on that part. I love it. It's the best part right there. Moving on to another topic I want to address. I want to talk about the Bellator 222 results. Roy McDonald defeats Naaman Grace He defeats Iman Gracie by unanimous decision. Lyoto Machida defeats Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen announces his retirement from Bellator MMA with a 30-17-1 record. Dylan Dennis defeats Max Humphrey, armbar submission. Patrick Mix defeats Ricky Bandejas, rear naked choke. Juan Archuleta defeats Eduardo Dantes, that is, third round KO. Kyoji Horisuchi defeats Darian Caldwell. Adam Boris defeats Aaron Pico, second round TKO to the knees. Phil Hawes defeats Mike Wilcox, first round TKO due to doctor stoppage of 5 minutes. Marcus Surin defeats Necruz Merkajovic, unanimous decision. Robson Gracie Jr. defeats Oscar Vera, first round armbar submission. Mike Kimball defeats Sebastian Ruiz, split decision. Chaim Gozali defeats Gustavo Wurlitzer, first round triangle choke. Lindsey Van Zandt defeats Reina Kubata, first round rear naked choke. Valerie Loreda defeats Larkin Dash, unanimous decision. Taylor Turner defeats Heather Hardy, first round TKO. You had John Bendage defeat Kenny Rivera, unanimous decision. You had Castriot Zema defeating Whitney Jean Francois, third round TKO the punches. Brandon Medina defeats Brandon Picchiari, first round guillotine choke. Those, ladies and gents, are your Bellator 222 results. That's all you know for now. Another time I do want to address the Egyptian duo of El Lily and Kareem Abdul-Gawad are the 2019 PSA CIB World Tour Finals champs. Congrats. That's the squash sports, by the way. Congrats to both of them as well. Well-deserved victory. What an absolute history they were making. So pretty epic, amazing right there. Also, another news I do need to point out, though, is the fact that that the suspect, the gunman, that is Rolfi Ferreri Cruz, who's been arrested already, he says to media while he was looking out a window that David Ortiz wasn't the target. He was targeting a guy that sort of dressed like David Ortiz. Some other guy that sort of dressed that the David Ortiz. And he says that David Ortiz wasn't the intended target. Now, Rolfi Ferreri Cruz, that is, he is wanted for 2 armed robberies in Clifton, New Jersey, back in 2017. He wasn't arrested or charged for those. Luis Alfredo Riva Classis, knows a surgeon. He is wanted in Reading, Pennsylvania, for a attempted homicide, delivering false ID to law enforcement officials, and driving without a license. So basically, even though Luis Alfredo Riva Classis, he has a warrant out for his arrest, and basically, once they find it, they're gonna put him in jail. So this faction that's been arrested for the shooting of David Ortiz in the back, they know it's the Gilberts, that is. So again, something that many people weren't expecting at all. So the government says that David Ortiz wasn't the intended target. So and they said they were saying that they had a 7.8K, 7.8K to kill Ortiz, but David Ortiz wasn't the intended target. They were killing some other guy, that is. So it'll say like 400 grand pesos, Dominican pesos, 8K, that is. I mean, to kill Ortiz, but David Ortiz wasn't the intended target, so no one knows exactly as to why this is. So basically, that sounds like a go right there. So when they find the seventh suspect, they're gonna arrest him, and they find the woman and the two other guys, they're gonna be arrested as well, though. So they're gonna get what's coming to them for sure. I'll tell you that. Other news, I do need to point out the fact that Raptors president Maisi Ujiri is in trouble for shoving a cop of Alameda County Sheriff's Department during the Raptors Warriors Game 6, even though the Raptors, they walked over the first NBA title reign. Now he is being investigated and this is looked into an alleged misdemeanor battery. Maisi Ujiri lost it when he was unable to get access to the court to celebrate with the Raptors walking out with their first NBA title in franchise history. Now, officials said that Ujiri pushed and struck the cop in the face. Maisi Ujiri wasn't even arrested nor fined, but he did give out a speech during the Raptors celebration. So I'm not sure. I don't understand why a cop that is why you wouldn't be allowed. I mean, Maisi Ujiri wasn't allowed to celebrate with the team to have like you're supposed to have like a credential when you're out there celebrating with the with your team. So basically, that is required. That is, by the way. So really, they don't. I mean, they did show him being restrained. Yes, but I'm good. But really, I do think it's safe to say. Okay, all right. But I do think it's safe to say that at this point, Maisi Ujiri may be in trouble, so they're gonna look into this investigation for sure. So basically, that's how it's gonna go down right there, and that's all you guys need to know right there. So that's all there is to it. Well, ladies and gents, that's gonna do right there for the Clue That Will Sports Report. Make sure you always like subscribe to the Clue That Will Sports Report, both the YouTube channel, Facebook page, by any means necessary. Tell me what you think of the Raptors walking out with their first NBA title reign, with them walking out as NBA champs. Let me know in the comment section some of your reactions, your tweets, your thoughts on it as well. Also, be sure to wish happy birthday to former NXT Women's Champ, Raw Women's Champ, Women's Tag Team Champ, and SmackDown Women's Champ, that is. Bayley, her birthday is today. Send your birthday wishes and your shoutouts down below in the comment section. Do so by any means necessary. Tell me to get Maisi Ujiri being investigated for shoving a cop, that is, during the Raptors and Warriors Game 6, even the Raptors don't walk out as the NBA champs. Tell me what you think of Drake launching his 2 songs yesterday. Let me know about that. What you think of Shale's son announcing retirement from Bellator MMA as well. And let me know what you think. Oh, by the way, Raptors are going to have their parade this coming Monday, that is. So let me know what you think of it. Send me your comments, your tweets, your reactions, your thoughts on that as well. I'll be back with more live breaking news, showing topics, development, storylines, live updates, huge announcements, a whole lot more on the Clue That Will Sports, where everything sports related stuff that you need to know, and that's all there is to it. So I'm a good one right now. Raptors won. So that's pretty news right there. So take care, guys. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.